Hey, let me ask you, are you leading your team to nowhere? Because without a clear goal, you're just wasting time. So let's find out how to stop your team from fumbling in the dark. Hey there, my name is Isai Rodriguez and I'm your friend. And this here is where we build your leadership skills and your home business profits one actionable tip at a time. So hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and let's get started, my friends. So today we're talking about something super important, if you ask me. We're going to be talking about how to stop your team from fumbling in the dark, right? You see, here's the thing. Everything starts with vision. Think about it. You wouldn't set out on a road trip without knowing exactly where you're going, right? Well, the same thing goes for your business. Your business is a journey, and you need to have a clear goal for that journey. Right? You need to know where you're going and how you're getting there in your business, right? Without a clear goal, you and your team are literally just wandering around with no direction, literally, right? In fact, I love this quote that Yogi Berra, he used to joke about, he used to say, if you don't know where you're going, you'll end up somewhere else, right? And trust me, I can guarantee that somewhere else, I can guarantee that this is not exactly where you want to be. So let's dive in here. Why is having a big picture so crucial for you and your team and your business and everything like that? Why must you know where you're going before you head out on your journey? Well, let's imagine you're playing a game, right? But this game that you're playing, no one knows the rules or the goal, right? You're just all sitting there with a board in front of you, little pieces, maybe some dice, I don't know, some fake money, whatever. But you have the game, it's all laid out, but nobody knows how to play the game. There's no rules, there's no direction, there's no goals, there's nothing. There's just a game, and nobody knows. I don't know about you, but to me, it sounds chaotic. It sounds frustrating. It sounds like a waste of time, doesn't it? It does to me, right? Well, that's what happens. That right there is exactly what happens when your team doesn't have a clear vision. Everyone's just doing their own thing, right? And no one's really getting anywhere, right? Now, as a leader, your job is to paint that big picture for your team. You need to capture the vision first, right? And then you need to help everyone else see that vision. Right? Think about leaders like Winston Churchill during the war. Think of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. with with that dream speech. They didn't just see the vision themselves. They made everyone else see the vision also. Right? That's exactly what you need to do. For example, let's look at Jack Welch. Right? He's the legendary CEO of GE. Right? He made it clear that any division of GE that wasn't, first or second in its market, he made it clear that if you're not first or second, then you're not going to be part of GE, period, right? Now, that's a bold statement, right? But listen, it worked for them, right? Because everyone knew exactly what they were working towards, right? Now, you don't need to be as dramatic as Jack Welch, but you do need to make sure that your team knows the goal, right? They for sure need to know where they're going, right? And so here's how you can do that. First, you need to see the vision yourself, right? So before you can share your vision, you yourself need to be crystal clear on what you want. What's the end game? What's the big goal that you're working towards, right? Understand what that is, you first, before you can paint that picture for your team. Secondly, you need to communicate clearly. This has always been my personal stumbling block and one that I'm always trying to get better at. But the bottom line is this: don't use fancy words or jargon or anything like that. Keep it super simple for your team. Your team needs to understand your vision easily, clearly, simple with that. You know what I mean? Remember, if a 10-year-old kid can understand it, then there's a good chance that your team will too. That's how simple and clear that your message has to be. The third thing is that it needs to inspire and motivate, right? Make your team feel excited about the vision. Share stories, use examples, right? Show them why this goal matters for you, for your team, for the team in general, right? Because when they see the importance, then they'll be more willing to put in the effort that's needed to get to those goals. You see what I'm saying here? Like, the fourth thing is you need to keep reminding them. It's not enough to just share the vision once, right? You need to keep it up front and center at all times. So talk about it in meetings, put it in your emails, right? Remind your team regularly why it is that they're doing what they're doing, right? Because we humans, we have dwindling attention spans, right? And to be honest, you learn effectively through repetition, right? You learn by hearing and doing over and over and over again. You're going to feel like a broken record for sure. Yeah, I know that, but that's good. If you're feeling that way, that's good, because it's a good thing, because that means that you're making an effort to get your message across to your team. You're making that effort to drill it through, right? Ultimately, you need to paint a picture for your team. By painting a clear picture of where you're going, where your team is going, you're giving your team something to aim for, right? They're not just aiming blindly in the dark. They have something tangible to look and aim for, so they can reach and hit that goal, right? They'll work harder, they'll stay more focused, and they'll be more willing to work together towards that collective goal. Does that make sense? Without a vision, they're just going to keep fumbling in the dark, as the title implies, right? So ask yourself today, have you painted the big picture for your team yet? Because if not, what are you waiting for? Right? It's time for you to get started with that huge picture. Your success truly depends on it, right? So let's stop fumbling in the dark and let's start achieving great things together. I know you can. I see it and feel it inside you. Like, I know that you can do it. So there you have it, my friends. That's my tip for today. If you found this episode helpful, if you found it inspiring, hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell. If you have any tips, any topics, any questions that you'd like to talk about, anything you'd like to discuss, feel free to drop them down in the comments below. Also, don't forget to follow the link in the description for access for my free masterclass training, where I'll be showing you firsthand how to put all of these tips into action for yourself, so that you can create some, leverage some time on your end and become that successful entrepreneur and live the life that you've always wanted to live. Until the next time, I want you to stay legendary, my friends, and I'll catch you on the next episode. Take care now. Bye.